Anno 117 Pax Romana is finally here. And we've covered this game extensively on the channel in the past few weeks. I've shown off everything I can from early to late game, including some of the great endgame goals, a lot of the production chains, diplomacy, warfare, etc. There's only one aspect of the game that we have not really shown off up to this point, and that is the story. Because yes, there is a full campaign for Anno 117. So one last time, my partners over at Ubisoft are sponsoring today's video so that I can show off the early campaign and explore the backgrounds of the characters that are destined for greatness in Rome and beyond in Albion. If you want to learn more about Anno 117, of course, there is a link in the description down below, but otherwise, I say, let's get started. So when you start up a new game, you'll have a choice between the campaign and endless mode. Obviously, we know what we're going to go for. And then we get to choose between two different characters. These are a brother-sister duo, Marcia and Marcus. Both follow a very similar story arc, though their exact background is a little bit different. Marcus is basically the young playboy who got in trouble and is now going to face more responsibility than he knows what to do with. Marcia was to be married to a much older Roman governor, but her life is about to take a major turn. For now, let's go ahead and play with Marcus. And this is the part where I now get to be quiet for a bit because we do have some cutscenes.
Things have been a little up and down. Not long ago, I built a city. Now, if the sea won't take me, it'll be the trousered savages to come. Unless I find courage to live with the Tempest. My name is Marcus Naucratius, and I'm an imposter. In the 40th year of Pax, I was summoned to Latium, province of long shadows. Herbs once decadent, made dust by fiery Ocasus. I, of all people, was to oversee the restorations. When emperors call, we mortals answer.
From the land of pyramids, Marcus Naucratius Nonus, our glorious governor! We stand at the edge of history, witnessing the...
Salwe?
Marcianus, welcome. Meet my wife.
Marcus, it's Marcus. What a pleasure to meet you at last. Now the ritual can begin.
Ritual?
The ground beneath every new city is blessed, and this city bears the name of an empress. Titi Naucratii, filium Marcum hac terra praese, constituo ut eam in Juliano nomine aditenditatem. It is done. This is where I leave you to your very important work.
But, Imperator, I...
Good luck, Marconius! Wale! Wale!
Welcome to Juliana, Ere. I was asked to take care of things, knowing the affairs of the city as I do.
Oh, I thought I was the governor.
I exist only to serve. Emperor Lucius asked you be eased in slowly.
Slowly sounds good. But what's our aim?
Rome's elite hold a rosy memory of the city of Ambrosia, destroyed in the eruption years ago. Building the new city of Juliana and rejuvenating this once great province will certainly win Emperor Lucius their favor.
Surely support for him is unanimous after such a long and glorious reign. I mean, the man gave us Pax.
Normally, yes. However, he recently informed the Senate of his plan to make Empress Julia Rome's first empress and his effective heir.
A ruling empress? I'd be surprised if they ever agreed to that.
We should begin Ere?
Yes, of course. Lead on.
Okay, and that takes care of that, so now we can properly get started. Now, I'm not gonna lie, for a lot of you guys, if you've been watching my previous videos, this is gonna be a lot of recap. We're going into kind of a tutorial mission, and I'm gonna breeze through it, because I do want to focus a bit on the story and the development of the characters, so don't be surprised if I kind of just make a lot of jumps here. But, of course, I'll explain the bare basics of what I'm doing. Obviously, I want to get myself some wood production, and coincidentally, that's going to be the first thing they ask for, so let's just go ahead and get these sawmills placed up immediately. Okay, so, yep, sure enough, we actually just skipped straight through, I think, one of the quests. Now we need to place down 10 Libertus residences. Personally, when I'm doing this, I like to set up either 2x3 or 2x4 blocks. You can't really go beyond 2, otherwise you're going to have to leave an open center, because every building has to have a road. But doing this, and then making sure you have roads in between them, means it's going to be a little bit more efficient for services to reach everything. Otherwise, if you do one really big row, something like a tavern may not reach all the way around. And minimizing how much money you have to spend on services is a very, very big part of your early game, because getting an income is going to be a little bit tricky. Anyway, moving on to food. Now you know how this works. We're going to be placing down the sardines and the porridge. Sardines are easy. We'll just go ahead and place down a quick dock here. Porridge is also easy. We just need to get some oats growing. Plus a quick porridge stand up over here nearby. How about one like right along here? Which does boost up the population rating of each of the nearby houses, so you always want to have a porridge stand kind of close by. Anyway, these jobs should now be working, so all we have to do is wait for everything to get dropped off at the trading post, which is going to be our early game warehouse.
Your people are fed, Ere. Your accounting experience is serving you better than perhaps expected.
Oh, that. Grain districts by the Nile are small beans next to running a city.
Or running entire provinces. And yet, the Emperor has seen fit to invite you for dinner.
Me? Dine with the Emperor?
The pleasure barge will come for you shortly. Unless you'd refuse the invitation?
No. Perhaps I should bring something for the table?
Awesome! Dinner! Maybe I can have some more bird tongues and aspic. Blech! No, we're gonna take the sardines, I guess. Although I think that'd be a little bit of an insult to bring to an emperor, but it's fine. So we have a pleasure barge on the way. Fun. I can only imagine what's on there. Might also be worth placing down a quick market and tavern before we lose track of ourselves. We'll place that down, making sure that everything is within range. And now I don't mind clicking on this. So let's board the Imperial barge. What the heck is going to happen over here? You just left me to set up this town. And now you've already invited me to dinner? I mean, for God's sake, you might as well just hung out and helped me, give me some guidance. No, instead you left me with Ben Balian, or whatever his name is. I'm starting to wonder how committed the Emperor really is to this project. Seems like kinda high stakes, you know?
What is that smell? Oh, Marcus, it's you.
Oh, that'll be the sardines. I thought... Well, I don't know what I thought.
Ah, that's quite all right, dear. We'll send them to the kitchen. Do sit down. How are you, Marcus? I hope looking after a great city isn't wearing you out.
It's not yet that much of a city, your Empress.
Ah, but one day Juliana's monuments will be a marvel to behold. The glory of an empress.
I'll do my best.
And you'll have time. Patience is my watchword.
Julia will succeed me as Rome's first empress regnant. It is decided.
I fear the Senate may still press you to adopt, my love. Any one of their number, any man, even Calidus.
Low-born Calidus? Never. To Pluto with them. More wine, Governor?
Always. Always more wine. So this is where we could go over a whole bunch of different backstories, if we would like to. Not a bad idea, though I am going to skip forward on that in the interest of time.
Clammed up, lad. We've got a little surprise for you.
Oh, good. You remembered.
I've decided it is past time you had your very own ship. What do you say, Marius?
Marcus! My name is Marcus! For God's sake! So, he gave us our first flagship, which of course we will be using to explore other islands. We will obviously use it to find more resources, begin early trade missions, etc. But for now, let's go back to the main city, where my services should be just about finished making all of these residents happy. Which means next is we get to work on the tunics and the hats. Again, you've seen this all before, nothing new here. Although I will say when crafting, if you're new to this game, it is usually worth placing your crafting buildings in the main residence areas, because they can boost up different attributes. In this case, for example, I can boost up my income for all nearby residences. And considering money is going to be hard to come by in the early game, that can end up being quite nice. Same thing here with the Felter. And it all fits very neatly with my tavern and my market in one nice little block. Perfect. Ship should be arriving right about now. Thank you. We need to remove some ruins, you say. That seems like a lot of work, but okay. I can just click on this and say, get rid of it! Sure, whatever. It just takes a lot of my workers. I don't even remember if I get anything from this. We just have to clear a bunch of it out.
Ambrosia was huge. Here one moment, a big, bustling, thriving thing, and gone the next.
Actually, Ere, the eruption lasted several days, and in the weeks that followed, the air was fraught with dust as far west as the Pillars of Hercules. It is often said that hubris, the dissolute and vulgar practices of Ambrosia and its inhabitants, incurred the wrath of the gods. But I think Vulcan, whose spirit resides inside both Occasus and other portals to the underworld, has little control over what and why he issues forth.
Yeah, that is a lot of ruins. This place got absolutely demolished. Fun fact, though, in the last video, I did get to construct my own amphitheater. It's quite a project, but if you missed that video, I would recommend you pick that up. All right, so now we get to move on to some basic upgrades. Let's go ahead and get a couple of houses upgraded since we have met all of their needs, and now we have plebeians, who come with a bunch of their own needs. We're gonna have to get some bread and some garum. I do have mackerel on this island, so getting my own garum is actually very possible. I'll go ahead and plan both of these out, some salt and some mackerel to make effectively the Roman soy sauce. And then bread is what you'd expect. Wheat, it's gonna need a grain mill and so on. Whoa, what is happening here? Wait, what? What? It's Julia's birthday! Really? I didn't know that the game was gonna actually track that. Okay. I'm guessing that means we just reached like another major milestone or something. Yep, there we go. Weeks of celebration, one can assume, in the grotesque. Ah, yes, when in Rome. So she would like to have either a grammaticus or a sanctuary built in her honor. Well, I was going to do that anyway, so that is fine by me. Get ourselves some charcoal production in these trees. We'll place down a tiler to start producing some of the clay tiles. We've got clay manufacturing, we've got wheat, we've got all this stuff. This is looking good so far, no problems. Okay, so all of this is looking solid. Just need to get myself a few more plebeians, which I think is going to happen naturally just as we meet their goods. If you haven't seen this before, right, as you start meeting things like, let's say, bread and garum needs and so on, eventually these are going to start building up and their population goes with it. So the more you can meet all the different needs of the plebeians, the more you have per residence. It's one way of making sure you can build kind of tall instead of having to build wide. Because again, with the limited radius of your service buildings and how expensive they are for you at the beginning of the game, the more you can concentrate your population very efficiently is the best way to make sure you get into a positive income nice and quickly. Also, the more of these needs that you do fulfill, the more base tax you'll start picking up with your citizens. That also helps. So building tall and having very efficient services and a lot of population can really go a long way. And we could place down the governor's villa if I wanted to. May not be a horrible idea, does boost up the prestige of your city by a fair bit. Not that prestige is the most important thing in the world, but it's nice. Sure, I'll go ahead and just place it down now. Start by placing a grammaticus down over here, by the way, because I do want to get some knowledge building up for my citizenry. Which means now we can go research any topic I so desire. What's going to be best for us? Good question. It's nice to have extra range on some of your buildings, like markets, means you need less of them. I also do like getting upgrades for things like warehouses, but also might be worth getting sewing circles, because then, as I make tunics, I also get more science. All right, Lucius, what do you want now?
Marcius, I know how incredibly busy you must feel, but my divine Julia's birthday approaches, and nothing is in place. No garum, for example. Imagine, banquets without garum are as reeds without sound. No, we must have our garum. You will supply it, Governor, a sample of the first fruit of Juliana for my senator friends. The ripest and most pungent on offer.
The garum will be delivered to Villa Augusta before you know it, Emperor.
Oh, and another thing, Marcius. The decorative drapes. Julia adores a birthday drape. And don't we all?
I don't currently have any drape productions, Emperor.
No, and I wouldn't expect you to. No, these drapes could only have been woven by the wonderful women of Lily Bayonne. Go introduce yourself to Valeria. She'll have them and more.
So this is going to introduce me into trading. Okay, fair enough. Is this Lily Bayon, by the way? Yes, it is. Hold on. Ship! Ship! Turn around! Lousy... The ship's name is the Lousy Slave. Boy, somebody really did not like that slave, huh? Okay, anyway, turn around. Come back here. You lousy slave, you! Is that, like, actually random? Did I just luck into that, or is that actually scripted? Because if it's scripted, then I have to wonder... if the Emperor is sending me a message by gifting me a ship with that name. That's very funny. Alright, so once we arrive, we can interact with the actual quest targets and complete whatever objective it is for them, or in this case, just pick up some awnings and drapes. She also does sell other things. She sells sardines and amphore. We'll need some of that later, probably. For now, we'll just go ahead and drop this off. Being a courier with your ships is a very good way of getting some early game money. A letter has arrived. Amelia, oh, it's my mummy. I wish you would write me a letter telling me of your welfare and your new home. Nag, nag, nag. Anyway, it didn't take long, but we are now starting to turn a small profit with the city, which is good. Everything seems to be very self-sufficient. All I'm really missing is going to be things like sandals and soap in order to make my plebeians very, very happy. Now, let's go back to the Lousy Slave, and I want to grab myself some of that garum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tons of fishy sauce. And then bring it all the way back over here to deliver to Juliana. Or just Julia? No, sorry, Julia Augusta. Oh, gosh.
Lucius seems a bit all over the place with the arrangements.
See how the Villa Augusta changes her complexion for the big day? I sampled your garum, as noxious as I'd hoped. But now for something more important. Julia's birthday present is a temple I had built. Keep it quiet, etc. But those idiots delivered a stack of broken bloody tiles for the roof, and it looks unfinished. Bald as a coot.
Fear not, Emperor Lucius. I will deliver these tiles of yours.
Everything has to be in its proper place on her birthday. She deserves only the best.
You know, for an emperor who's worried about his wife getting all of the best, which I'm not even sure he's really worried for her as much as he is for his own prestige, you're entrusting a lot to a brand new governor who is literally making a city just spring out from the ground. I mean, like, I think that there are other provinces in Rome nearby that you could probably rely on, but okay, no, sure, fine. Here's your stupid tiles, by the way. Oh, good, it looks so pretty.
On her birthday. Yes, I've made sure Borbonia Celsus, cousin Calpurnia, and the rest of that gang are out on the barge.
Good. I would like some sleep in the coming weeks.
It is your birthday, Julia. I refuse to let it pass without notice. You will soon get into the spirit when you see what our young governor has capped off for you.
It was a pleasure, oh my Emperor.
The big surprise you keep talking about. Not too costly, I hope.
Behold the sanctuary of Minerva, Juliana, goddess of 1,000 works.
It is beautiful. Thank you, husband, for this thoughtful gift. Marcus, before you go, I wonder if I could ask a small favor of you.
Why do I feel like I'm gonna witness like a murder or something of Emperor Lucius? I've watched too many things that have to do with like Roman intrigue to think that this is gonna go well for somebody. Anyway, we're hunting for the Empress's daughter, who apparently might have come over here to Syra for a party. Though I will say, if this is actually run by Kaiso, then we already have a rough idea what's about to happen here, and it ain't good. We don't like Kaiso. The guy is a filthy marauder and a pirate, and a buffoon. Anyway, the Emperor's daughter. Is she here? No? He's not talking to me. Wait, is that it? Oh, that's her ship. It's just hanging out over here for some reason. What are you doing, lady? Looking through this suspicious hole in the cliffside. We got ourselves a peepin' Diana over here. What she could be watching, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
Diana Augusta.
Governor, just a moment. I'm, waiting for friends.
Oof. Must be good friends for you to stay out here while it's getting dark.
Sunset. If they've missed the signal.
Huh. The plot do thicken, don't it? Yes, I think it do, actually.
Now, I hate to do this, but a man does have to set an example.
Mercy! Forgive us, Dominus!
Tullus, the iron, if you would. It's a shame, really. We've such shortages since the Pax, but runaways don't sell well. Not to nice, respectable homes.
I suppose every province has its slave drivers.
You suppose? Don't tell me he got his tendrils in you too.
Well, I've no idea who he is. I take it you know him.
Oh yes. He is Kaizo Syracuse, a family friend.
Your family seems to keep strange company. Not surprising, I suppose. It's not like ancient Rome was truly a bastion for some sort of equal rights progressivism. Anyway, Diana clutches the mast, bears a striking resemblance to the Empress. Do we ask a bunch of questions? We could. But I'll just say, get back to the birth. Good God, Marcus, what is wrong with your face? Such a dumb expression.
So, about why I came here.
You're here because my father needed a straw man. A gullible governor who let him do whatever he pleased in his favorite province.
No, I meant... Oh, Thoth. Yes, I see it now. Though I probably always knew.
Marooned, and for a long time shipless, while Ben Barlian would guarantee the success of beloved Juliana.
Slightly unfair, I did...
Ben Barlian, who is so wise and yet never bats an eyelid about the injustice happening on Syra. I bet he thinks he's above them.
Yes. About why I really came to find you. Other than to hear difficult home truths.
Don't tell me. Mum sent you about the birthday stuff again. Even though she knows Father wants me as far away as possible.
A tricky situation for sure.
We couldn't be more different, he and I. We'll fight. It's bound to end badly and ruin everything.
On the other hand, your mother already seemed upset you might miss it.
Oh, poor Mum. I wish we could just go back to the way things were. But she knows I can't accept.
Okay. Well, we got choices here. Cover for her or beg that she comes. I would like you to come with me, please. I am a simple errand boy, and your family politics is not really my problem. She looks at me with gentle pity. She reluctantly accepts, okay? Cool, let's escort her back to the party. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised getting into this. I didn't expect to see quite so much dialogue and character development, but it's actually making a solid effort so far. Well done, Ubisoft. I'm impressed. Anyway, while you all have your family drama, I'm just going to continue developing the city over here. We've got some sandals in production. We've got some soap in production. That's going to boost up my health a fair bit. And generally speaking, everything's looking pretty good. We've even got a reasonable income coming in right now, which means I can afford to spend some money on decorations if I want to. All right, so now we get to attend the birthday party.
Have you come to gloat, girl, after you selfishly broke your mother's heart?
Lucius, please. I invited her.
After all she's done? Defying me in public, spewing gossip up like lava.
I was merely sharing the true facts about your best friend's dirty business. Does that worry you, Father?
Diana, enough. Please, for my sake. Lucius, this is our daughter.
What exactly is this sordid covenant you have going with Syracuse? Go on. Tell all the people here.
Oh, it's like Thanksgiving dinner all over again.
Yeah, my first mistake. Born a girl. If only my twin brother had survived instead. You'd have a torchbearer for your precious Pax.
Don't you dare talk about my son.
It wasn't my fault he died. But all you did was carry on in Lilybion while Mother cried.
This is all a lie. Disgusting.
Is he gonna have a heart attack? He totally is gonna. I killed the Emperor! Frick, wait, what if I left Diana behind?
I didn't mean to.
Medicus!
It's too late, my lady. He's dead.
Oh, it's all my fault.
Yeah, next time, keep
please.
politics to yourself.
None of you can help, then at least give us peace. Leave us, do you hear?
So wait, this is about to get awkward. The Senate hasn't ratified Julia to be the next Empress, right? So now what happens? Civil war? Wait, I have to take care of the Emperor's body? Good God, why do I have to do everything? Well, I guess this begins chapter 3. The Emperor is dead. Dead as a doorknob. It's downright tragic, I tell you. Practically criminal.
I'm very sorry for your loss, Empress Julia.
Marcus. I thought you were another messenger from Rome. They won't leave us in peace.
If I could assist in any way...
I cannot keep him here any longer. The pyre, the sacrifice to Ceres, it would be easier if you could take the body and afterwards gather his ashes. It will be a ceremony among those closest to him.
I will see it done, Empress.
Hello, Marcus.
My condolences, Diana.
Thank you.
Build the pyre in Ambrosia, Marcus. I will join you in time.
All right, let's go ahead and bring the body back. We need to go to the amphitheater ruins, apparently. Oh, there's a pier over here. Got it. Let's go ahead and use 5 tons. Okay, is the T actually for tons? Have I been misreading this, or is it just something else? Some other, like, subscript for units? Because 5 tons of timber to burn the Emperor seems like one heck of a pyre. It looks pretty good to me, but that sure doesn't look like 5 tons, unless I'm really underestimating how much wood weighs. It has been a while, to be fair. So, wait, if I was just the Emperor's, like, plaything puppet in order to just do whatever he wanted in the province, now that he's dead, what happens exactly? I mean, I guess I am glad that I sucked up to Julia, but we already know from the introductory cutscene of the game that somehow this is going to go against me. I don't know how it's going to be my fault, but somehow people will think it is.
Here we are, then. Thank you, Marcus. Lucius would have appreciated you being here today.
Empress Julia.
No need for such formality. Not here. Not now.
I'm here, Mum.
Your father and I had many happy years. We faced everything together. Everything. We had you, your brother, and despite everything, I know that he loved you. And he loved me. I have been Julia Augusta for longer than I was ever Julia Prima. All those years. I should be grateful. But all I can think is, if only we'd had more time.
I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry, Mum. It's all my fault.
Nonsense, dear. You are my light. And you always will be.
Yeah, see, like, there's so much more investment in actually creating a decent story, good voice acting, and everything than I ever expected from this game. I don't know. I'm impressed, honestly. This is far more attention than you usually would get in a city builder. Can you please stop crashing into my ship? Oh, goody. Messengers from the capital, huh? Let me guess, they're rejecting your claim as Empress. Yep, grave news.
There's not time for me to grieve. Calidus's forces have seized the Senate. They made him Emperor. And at the tips of swords, our allies swallow their promises to this house.
What are their principles?
Rome's principles dictate women do not rule, Marcus.
Well, that just seems like a bit of a missed opportunity. Alright, anyway, that's a lot of ships approaching. Under Calidus's banner or somebody else's? Do we run? Are we good to go? What happens here?
Lady Julia Augusta, confiding in the mysterious governor of Latium.
Is there a problem with me here, buddy? Have I not done a good job? Is the city not looking pretty good?
Are you here to kill me?
I'm not an animal, but I am the Emperor. Your mad ambitions are over.
You'd strong-arm me from Sanctuary in my time of mourning.
I will not desecrate your temple. You can remain here under house arrest, while my men strip this place of its assets. You see, it's not Falernian vintages and heavy drapes that made Rome, but virtue in war. That's why I'm reassigning Governor Naucratius here to Albion, to spearhead the front line.
Albion? Where's that?
Bonam Fortunam, Governor. Let's see if you're a spear to bend or to break.
I still have allies, Marcus, and the aegis of this island and its temple. This will be a desperate contest for power. Remain loyal, Marcus, and you will be rewarded.
Lady Julia.
But it seems we're going to need new boats to row in.
Alright, Emperor, you want my ship, huh? You want my lousy slave? Fine! But I still need to find a way to get to Albion, so now's the time to go ahead and build a shipyard and make my own ship. Oh, he's giving me the materials, too, to make it faster. Well, thank you! Collect an elephant from Calidus using my newly built ship. I have to take an elephant to Albion? What a stupid quest!
Lucius hit the floor like a fat sack of ducks. What brought that on, Governor?
Well, he was quite old. Ill health, you know.
Funny, because I heard his own family killed him. A lifetime of lies. Every form of intrigue past his daughter's lips, they say.
I don't recall, O Emperor. We were all so terribly shocked.
Well, you'll have bigger shocks soon now, Cratius, once you finally bloody leave.
Can I throw Diana under the bus in some way and regain my post? Because I'll do it if that's what it takes. Well, there we go. Got ourselves a freaking elephant. Ah, goodbye, Latinium. I shall miss you dearly. But it is time to meet our fate. Goodbye, Julia.
I've come to say farewell.
The evils you heard talk of before he died. Lucius was a flawed man, but always did his best for Rome. Lucius chose you as his instrument, Marcus, by necessity, not to humiliate you. Governors have interfered in the past. Upstarts like Calidus delaying our plans to restore this province. We just needed more time. Juliana was to pave the way for me. Big games in a new amphitheater. Economic boom. With their paradise restored, we could have persuaded the Senate to do anything. Even acclaim a woman as emperor. If I'm to achieve that aim now, I will need your support. In return, I promise that all you've built here will be returned to you.
Thank you, my lady.
Safe travels. Minerva will see that we meet again soon. Farewell, Marcus.
So is the long-term story here going to end up being a power play of loyalties between Julia and Calidus? That actually would be kind of interesting. I'd be curious just how much the story is going to diverge, because we already know from the base game that we will ultimately be able to, either maintain Roman traditions or embrace the local traditions of Albion. So can we also have branching storylines as far as which emperor to support? That'd be kind of cool. So now we journey to World's End and certain doom.
Are they here to welcome us? With sharpened teeth.
And who might you be? No Imperial messenger. Pentaconta? What's all this? Where's your commander?
Right here. I am Governor now Cratius.
Governor? You've got a Lucanian cow.
Yes. I'm going to ride in like the conquerors of old.
What? No, you won't. Not unless you already want a war.
But I've got orders. The Emperor...
The Emperor doesn't know how bad things got. Come. Let me introduce you to the chief of the cabal.
Corvinus, I can't pay tax if the Scaha keeps snatching up my fillies.
Manx? News from Latium. New governor.
Greetings,
Chief. Manx anxious. But what's this magnificent beast? It's got a long face.
So it does. Listen now, Cratius. 2 islands lie beyond the White Cliffs. An outpost on either would extend the Limes, offering some foothold against our enemy, the Scaha. Tread carefully. She will be watching.
And thus, with the completion of Act 1, we are introduced into a whole new world. I don't intend to continue playing through this in this video. You've already had plenty to watch, but I will say, again, I'm impressed. This was not just some meaningless tutorial, right? There actually was a fair bit of investment in this first act. I thought it was pretty good, I don't know about you. And it definitely makes me curious what is to come in the rest of Anno 117 Pax Romana, and just what choices are going to befall our poor former playboy turned into an imposter governor, Marcus. If you guys want to learn more, of course, there is that link in the description down below, and I would encourage you to click on that. Otherwise, I'd like to extend once again a thank you to our sponsor for today's video, Ubisoft, for getting me early access to this game. I think they've really done a phenomenal job. This might just end up being one of the best Anno games in the franchise, and that's saying something. For myself, I would ask you hit that like button. It would certainly very much help, and if you'd like to subscribe for my future content, that would be great as well. I'd love to have you. My name is Pravus. Once again, thank you so much, and I will see you next time.